The ThinkPads. Some of the most popular and powerful laptops for the time are now, majorly, obsolete and old. In fact, the other week I got a T410 for free from a company that was about to chuck them all out. How does an 8-year-old laptop handle itself in 2018? Well, let's find out.
The truth.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name is AlexTheTech, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the iconic laptop from its time, the T410. This laptop came out in January of 2010 and had a pretty good response. It went on to be bought from multiple companies and used as their main driver for a couple of years. Many sites gave it good reviews for its sturdy design and the immense battery it had. It was a bit clunky and heavy, but I mean, back then for its time, these were the ThinkPads. The T410, or T400 we'll call that for today, still carries the black rubberized screen lid with the ThinkPad logo, still offers the shiny matte black chassis and palm rest, and still uses the strong and highly visible stainless steel screen hinges. It also got rid of a problem that many people had with previous versions of the ThinkPads. Apparently they had a thinner bezel on one side and a thicker one on the other, pretty much displacing the screen more to the left or right. Many people are happy with this PC, with Wired quote saying, "Lenovo's thoughtful ThinkPad is a near perfect machine." I got mine from a local company here in Melbourne for free. As I said, they were chucking them out along with laptop RAM. I decided to grab two 4GB sticks and the T400. As you may see, this laptop has seen better days. The top of the cover is scruffed, but other than that, it's far out near perfect. The build quality is some of the best I've seen, and the structural integrity of the device seems really solid. Opening it up, and we are greeted with the wonderful and iconic ThinkPad keyboard. It was once, in its day, rated as probably the best feeling keyboard out there, and hell with it, I'll agree. Even though it's not mechanical, the tactile and response feeling of the keyboard is better than most keyboards out there currently. The trackpad, is also pretty good. Spec-wise, the thing has an i5 429M hyper-threaded, so dual cores and 4 threads. It's clocked at 2.4 GHz with a boost clock of 2.9, 3 MB of smart cache, 8 GB of RAM, or 4 stock, I upgraded to 8, a backlit LCD screen, which was a big thing back then, with a resolution of 900p, so 1440 by 900, a 300 GB hard drive with a speed of 7,200 RPM. The integrated graphics are the original HD graphics, with a base frequency of 500 and a boost of 766 MHz. I'm not exactly confident that this thing can run anything more intensive than freaking Pong. Anyway, let's jump straight away into games. Let's go into Fallout 3. Here we see a minimum of 10 FPS, a maximum of 28, and an average of 16 frames per second. Not a really good performance considering that this game practically runs on anything. Now, since I'm very confident that most games will not run on this, I decided to have a look through my old library of games and picked a few. Well, first one we'll start off with Bookworm Adventures 2, or Volume 2. Now, this game ran very bad with an FPS of 10 and constant stutter. We saw a max of 15, a min of 0, and an average of 12. I then moved on to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Now, Bookworm Adventures 2 is a 2D based game, while Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 is a 3D based game, and Fallout 3 was a 3D based game. So if both 2D and 3D run, how will this run? Well, this game used to run on a Core 2 quad laptop, and back then the integrated graphics were pretty shitty. So I'm quite confident this laptop could handle it. We jump in, and here we see a minimum of 61, a max of 92, and an average of 73. Exactly what I expected, and happy to see such results. Next up, Minecraft won't even run. I then picked up my old favorite, Hot Wheels Stunt Track, and that ran beautiful. We saw a minimum of 49, a max of 51, and an average of 50 FPS, which considering for its day, it's still pretty good. So, in conclusion, what purpose does this laptop have in 2018? Now, before we go saying it's obsolete, no, it's still got some power. The first generation of i5 still can handle things, still run Windows 10, so that's good. If you want to run something old, and I mean old games, sure, as you can clearly see, it can handle some of them. I tried streaming a bit, 720p, 60 FPS. It streamed no problems, and it can be done. And for everyday use, such as Word, Excel, Sheets, all that stuff, or even browsing, this thing didn't give me a hiccup. 720p video ran fine on YouTube, and yeah, pretty good. It is and will always be one of those laptops that you will look at and know, far out, there's a heap of history behind that thing.